Jai Ho.
Namaste Nrsimhaya.
Namaste Nrsimhaya. Prahlad Ahladadayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shilatankanakalaye. Ito Nrsimha Parato Nrsimho. Yato Yato Yamitato Nrsimho. Bahir Nrsimho Hridaye Nrsimho. Nrsimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye. Tabakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Sringam Talita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahadirupa Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Nrsimhade 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 Jai Nrsimhade Jai Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jai Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Lord Nishigadev ki
Jai
Lord Raj
Jai
Prabhupada ki
Jai
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hey Krishna 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 Hey Krishna 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 Rakshama Krishna 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 Pahimam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahimam.
Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is the Brahman Sudama blessed by Krishna. It was chapter 30, maybe 30, let's say 50, no, I've forgotten, chapter 70, whatever it is. Let's have a look. 79.
Wow.
So chapter 79. I think it's the...
Let's see. Show us this side.
Okay, brilliant. When the learned Brahmana was considering this a group of beautiful men, it is. beautiful men and women with features resembling those of the demigods, accompanied by musical chanters, approached to welcome him, always singing auspicious songs. The wife of the Brahmana was very glad on hearing the tidings of her husband's arrival, and with great haste she also came out of the palace. The Brahmana's wife appeared to be so beautiful that it seemed as if the goddess of fortune herself had come to receive him. As soon as she saw her husband present before her, tears of joy fell from her eyes, and her voice became so choked up that she could not even address her husband. She simply closed her eyes in ecstasy. But with great love and affection, she bowed down before her husband, and within herself she thought of embracing him. She was fully decorated with a gold necklace and ornaments, and while standing among the maidservants, she appeared like the wife of a demigod just alighting from an airplane. The Brahmana was surprised to see his wife so beautiful, and in great affection, and without saying a word, he entered the palace with his wife. When the Brahmana entered his personal apartment in the palace, he saw that it was not an apartment but the residence of the King of Heaven. The palace was surrounded by many columns of jewels. The couches and the bedsteads were made of ivory, bedecked with gold and jewels, and the bedding was as white as the foam of milk and as soft as a lotus. There were many whisks hanging from golden rods, and many golden thrones many golden thrones with sitting cushions as soft as lotus flowers. In various places there were velvet and silken canopies, with laces of pearls hanging all around. The structure of the building stood on excellent transparent marble, with engravings made of emerald stones. All the women in the palace carried lamps made of valuable jewels, and the flames and the jewels combined to produce a wonderfully brilliant light. When the Brahmana saw his position suddenly change to one of opulence, and when he could not determine the cause for such a sudden change, he began to consider gravely how it had happened. He thus began to think, from the beginning of my life I have been extremely poverty-stricken, so what could be the cause of such great and sudden opulence? I do not find any cause other than the all-merciful glance from my friend Lord Krishna, the chief of the Yadu dynasty. Certainly these are gifts of Lord Krishna's causeless mercy. The Lord is self-sufficient, the husband of the goddess of fortune, and thus he is always full with 6 opulences. He can
understand the mind of his devotee, and he sumptuously fulfills the devotee's desires. All these are acts of my friend Lord Krishna. My beautiful dark friend Krishna is far more liberal than he could, than the cloud, which can fill the great ocean with water. Without disturbing the cultivator with rain during the day, the clouds brings liberal rain at night just to satisfy him. And yet, when the cultivator wakes up in the morning, he thinks that it has not rained enough. Similarly, the Lord fulfills the desires of everyone according to his position. Yet, one who is not in Krishna consciousness considers all the gifts of the Lord to be less than his desire. On the other hand, when the Lord receives a little thing in love and affection from his devotee, he considers it a great and valuable gift. The vivid example is me. I simply offered him a morsel of cheap rice, and in exchange he has given me opulences greater than the opulence of the King of Heaven. What the devotee actually offers the Lord is not needed by the Lord, for he is self-sufficient. If the devotee offers something to the Lord, it acts for his own interest, because whatever a devotee offers, the Lord comes back in a quantity 1,000,000 times greater than what was offered. One does not become a loser by giving to the Lord. He becomes a gainer by millions of times. The Brahmana, feeling great obligation to Krishna, thought, I pray to have the friendship of Lord Krishna and to engage in his service and to surrender fully unto him in love and affection, life after life. I do not want any opulence. I only desire not to forget his service. I simply wish to be associated with his pure devotees. May my mind be may my mind and activities be always engaged in his service. The unborn Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, knows that many great personalities have fallen from their positions because of extravagant opulence. Therefore, even when his devotee asks for some opulence from him, the Lord sometimes does not give it. He is very cautious about his devotees. Because a devotee in an immature position of devotional service may, if offered great opulence, fall from his position due to being in the material world, the Lord does not offer opulence to him. This is another manifestation of the causeless mercy of the Lord upon his devotee. His first interest is that the devotee not fall. He is exactly like a well-wishing father who does not give much wealth into the hand of his immature son, but who, when the son is grown up and knows how to spend money, gives him the whole treasury house.
The learned Brahmana thus concluded that whatever opulences he had received from the Lord should be used not for his extravagant sense gratification, but for the service of the Lord. The Brahman accepted his newly acquired opulence, but he did so in a spirit of renunciation, unattached to sense gratification, and thus he lived very peacefully with his wife, enjoying all the facilities of opulence as Bashad of the Lord. He enjoyed varieties of foodstuff by offering it to the Lord and then taking it as Bashadam. Similarly, if by the grace of the Lord we get such opulences as material wealth, fame, power, education and beauty, it is our duty to consider that they are all gifts of the Lord and must be used for his service, not for our sense enjoyment. The learned Brahmana remained in that position, and instead of deteriorating due to great opulence, his love and affection for Lord Krishna increased day after day. Material opulence can be the cause of degradation, and also the cause of elevation, according to the purposes for which it is used. If opulence is used for sense gratification, it is the cause of degradation, and if it is used for the service of the Lord, it is the cause of elevation. It is evident from Lord Krishna's dealings with Sudama Vipra that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very, very pleased with a person who possesses Brahminical qualities. A qualified Brahman like Sudama Vipra is naturally a devotee of Lord Krishna, and therefore it says, Brahmana Vaishnavaha, a Brahmana is a Vaishnav, or sometimes it says Brahmana Panditaha. Pandit means a highly learned person. A Brahmana cannot be foolish or uneducated. Therefore, there are two divisions of Brahmanas, namely Vaishnavas and Pandits. Those who are simply learned are Pandits, but not yet devotees of the Lord, or Vaishnavas. Lord Krishna is not especially pleased with them. Simply the qualification of being a learned Brahmana is not sufficient to attract the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not only must a Brahmana be well qualified according to the requirements stated in scriptures such as Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, but at the same time he must be a devotee of Lord Krishna. The vivid example is Sudama Vipra. He was a qualified Brahmana, unattached to all sorts of material sense enjoyment, and at the same time a great devotee of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of all sacrifices and penances, is very fond of a Brahmana like Sudama Vipra, and we have seen by the actual behaviour of Lord Krishna
how much he adores such a Brahmana. Therefore, the ideal stage of human perfection is to become a Brahmana Vaishnava, like Sudama Vipra. Sudama Vipra realized that although Lord Krishna is unconquerable, he nevertheless agrees to be conquered by his devotees. He realized how Lord Krishna was to him, and realized how kind Lord Krishna was to him, and he was always in trance, constantly thinking of Krishna. By such constant association with Lord Krishna, whatever darkness of material contamination remained within his heart was completely cleared away, and very shortly